Hello and welcome back to a town called Abbasid. This is Neill and we are playing Crusader Kings 2 Horse Lords, where I have just kind of lost Hungary, even though I still own large amounts of territory within it. And I'm in the process of just mopping up this revolt, just plaguing me. No, you're not getting a bloody white piece. I kind of lost Hungary, as you may or may not remember. I still own all these bits and the overall land because as I can. I'm not quite sure how it works. It must be something to do with being a nomad. Can't imagine it was foreseen, this kind of thing. But I get to pillage their land as well, which is beautiful. Because I get to destroy their stuff. Or at least, I don't get to destroy their stuff. I get to plant massive modifiers on the territory. So their new holdings are going to be basically worthless for them. So that's fun. Right, back we go. I think it's because of these, yes. I think it's because of the Catholic uprisings that were there at the time, as well. In fact, I'm just going to try and get some of my holdings back. Yes, because they are quite a lot of war score. Those other ones less so. Although, how many troops are in that? No, that would smash it. They would not smash that, however. Yeah, I can't take this concubine, sadly. And another Catholic uprising. Patrol. Assault and assault. That raises the war score considerably. Tengiz and Kimak. Which one is that? How do I find out which promises Kimak? Just looking here, so I pretty can't get linked to it from the war score screen. Oh, it's that one. Oh, well, I'm on my way to do something like that, fortunately. And then I'd best take something of theirs. That battle did give me 52% though. That is good. Shame about the maiming, really. -2 health. That's a good minus 0.05 health from that. Well, I'm glad I'm hunting, but I do hope I get a hunting dog to get me some of that health back, because I don't really wish to die and go on to him. He's not bad, just this one's much better. That beautiful martial score, and being brave and ambitious, all nice traits. Kind of you build a great. Ooh, and he's. I don't know. That's a bit of an ugly symbol for it. It's a bit, in the sense that it's much larger than the other ones. Wonder why that is. It just sticks out rather unnecessarily. When did he get it back? He just created it. In 1249. Yeah, good for him. The Abbasid's getting back in control. Pity he's not got Baghdad, as that would seem appropriate. Probably revoke it and take it if I were him. Good. I've always thought actually that at A67 start date, rather than having the Arabian Empire, the Caliph should instead just have Kingdom of Mesopotamia, Sultanate of Mesopotamia, to prevent him having the massive de jure claims that they have, and and B, because it means he keeps the his capital in Baghdad, which is the de jure capital of Mesopotamia, which is where they were. They were called the Caliphs of Baghdad. Well, at least they are these days. Were they still where they were? But they were known for being in Baghdad. Anything else I can just easily, quickly siege down to get this going? No. So to take their troops of it. Where did that army go? Ugh, and I'm stressed. This is not good. Oh, there we go. Right. What religion is he? He's Sunni. Good. Holy War. Holy War. Should push them a bit. Good. And okay. In a few days, hopefully, we'll nicely win the war. Good. Pregnancy. Yes, yes, another bloody prison. Especially now. Ha ho ha. My concubine was pregnant, but I was away. There's something very peculiar about getting the concubine age events like that. Surely, if I'm of the type of religion to keep concubines, I would not worry and sort of stress out if someone else was mating with my concubines, because they'd be my property, so I'd just have them killed, or have the offender killed, or both. Does seem odd that it gets the same stress, sort of marriage level stress about it. Never mind. Yeah, it's going down a lot. And another fault. Everything marked 14th of April. Oh yes, I need to get him back. Oh, he's gained Desert Leader. Excellent. The unyielding one has anyway. Back to Fars. I could get more shipbuilding, but I don't know if that would be terribly useful. Well, I mean, it would be useful to have ships, as I've commented a few times, but I don't really have much coastline. So, there's a limit to the amount of stuff I can do there. Interestingly, that's just created a bunch of them. So I still actually own them, they've just gone to Hungarians. That's weird. It's very weird. Okay. I hadn't actually noticed that. It makes a lot more sense. So I'm still the liege of those titles, but they've just been created as normal Hungarian vassals. And because I'm a nomad, I can't revoke them without penalty. Although if I start looking like I'm dying, I can revoke them and it'll only upset the non-nomad vassals. Weird. Very weird. Well, I'm still going to keep on pillaging. I can't believe it took me quite so long to notice that. I think I was distracted by the fact they weren't green bordered. Well. Presumably it's because I'm still the King of Hungary, and the AI generated the titles and they were automatically given back to the King of Hungary. Apparently he only has a weak claim on the Kingdom of Hungary as well, which seems a bit harsh. Oh, this is... Anyway. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm sick of this war now. There we go. Damn right. I hold one counter, too many, do I? I'll deal with that in a moment. In the meantime, files. You want that one much more. Well, his air content, no, his air is content, but also zealous. So that's not much help. What his air? Ambitious. Just trading one problem for another problem. Do they have a too many duchies? What if I can find it in my list? I don't think my Mongol vassals have. I mean my nomadic vassals. But I'll just keep it for now and figure out what to do later. Who else is in my prison? You don't. Well, you're zealous. And you're not. But you're the son. Interesting. He likes me a bit for now. That will do. Mustn't settle as a tribe. That would be bad. What else do I have in my prison? You just need to sit there for a bit. Well, my vassals want me 50 more, so that's worth it. Okay, fine. You're Buddhist. So you can stay there for now. Right. You're Nestorian. You're Muslim. Your vassals. Any of you ambitious? Oh no, he's a good choice. Yes. Which one is this? Come on, there you go. Excellent. And now you. Well, I can just revoke one of your titles, won't I? And my vassals will not object, so I'll pillage that a bit. And what else have I got? Yep, you. I can't revoke any more of his stuff realistically, can I? You fars. Yep, that's what I've already done. Already done. Yeah, I think the ones left basically already done. Who's in the story in Cumin? There's no one else I can really give him. Well, I could just revoke a title for the hell of it. And then just pillage it. Excellent. That makes him weaker as well. Now, I quite like him. I don't really have a good reason for liking him. But he's content. There we go. Excellent. Oh, my vassal ones. How on earth did I manage that? Oh, with all these cheap. These ones. Okay, fine. You hate me. You aren't fond of me, and your heir is ambitious. Your heir is zealous. Intent. He hates me by 50. Oh, that's just not useful, is it? Give it to you. Cuts that down a bit. That's fine now. Yeah, let's just create this and just get my glass. Actually, no. Tourist down. You're ambitious. I am that. Any just random bits of vassals I can create titles for. Reduce my number because it's getting a bit silly. Not especially. Just revoke some titles, I suppose. How are my vassals feeling about me these days? Crush Major Revolt, -25. Then we just revoke some titles just so they no longer count. Oh, Durban. Oh no, I gave that away. Malaysia. Well, if ever there was a time to start revoking some titles, I suppose, now would be it. And then... who's Kiva? No, definitely not even my vassals. Decisions. Can I revoke anything else off you? Yeah, I can. Let's just do that. Sit down by another one. Can I revoke anything else off you? No. Rats. Cute chap. Well, you already hate me, I suppose. Oh, I'd have to revoke it twice. Durbin. Chief of Carriage. Oh yes, but you're not my vassal, so that's fine. You're not my vassal. The trials and tribulations that I'm subject to. Just monstrous. Well, oh, you're content. What's this? Chief Rook. I'll probably be taken at some point anyway. There we go, that gets it back down. Someone wants one land. Well, you're not getting it because you hate me. Can I take land off them? No. Traitor to my vassals will not accept. It's not very, very useful. Okay. Of the other clans, who do I want to like a bit more? 71. Yeah, you'll do. What's some crap land I could give them? I'll give them... let's see if it counts, I suppose. I could give them one of the ones that I've just... that has basically nothing in it. You can make yourself like Spiss. See what happens if I give them Spiss? Does that decrease the amount of land they have to give out? No. Oh well. Still wants it. I'd have to go out real land. Such as... I've already given out the absolute worst. I think. Nope, that's on the trade route. for Europe. Aha! It's off the trade route. Someone I can give Europe to. There we go. Right. Now, can I attack you for my stuff? I do have a claim on these 3 provinces. Population's not getting too large. Let's press all my claims and see what happens. Thames, Pex, and Derek. Let's see how this goes for me. Interesting one, I'm sure. Yes, yes, all my allies, come forth. All the allies. Oh, listen, I'll start pillaging that stuff now. Oh, it's been pillaged, so it's easy to crush. Excellent. Excellent. And 6% already. I'll have to live with these Hungarian guys for a while. I'm ill and stressed and maimed, but I think I'm not going to last a lot longer. If I do, it'll be a miracle. This is my heir still. Glorious Dynasty, but my daughter. It's not quite what I want. I don't know why I was over vassal up there for a moment. I'll try not to question it as it went back down. Yes, yes, crush them. I suppose I can just take variety of stuff from all my other provinces because I can take them quickly as well. Ooh, and a light spot of pillaging whilst we're waiting. And of course I can take it back quite quickly too. And there we go, judging by that sound, I have indeed died. Now a Muslim. I don't really want to be a Muslim, so let's adopt that religion. There we go. Died a maimed cripple. Wonderful. Ugh. And all that good work I did is gone in terms of the fact that everyone hates me. Should have taken more stuff. Never mind. I have this sneaking suspicion that I might face another revolt soon. I can't say why I feel that. It must just be a coincidence, but special actions, yes. More pillaging, more looting. Still lots and lots of pillaging to be done. Let's not educate them myself. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? That means I can't educate my daughter. I don't care about her. She's useless. However, there was a quick girl who the previous one had, wasn't it? Yes. I might want to marry someone to her, so I'll make sure to educate her. My wife is a genius, so in theory, I should be able to get someone good out of her. I have to get those concubines. Must be some good concubines lying about. No. Ah, the other ones are still listed as being concubines. Excellent. Good, okay. Ah, and I don't have claims on these lands. Well, that's frustrating. It's a pity they aren't continually pressed when you're doing that kind of thing, but never mind. Let's become pious, why not? And I too will take up hunting. For that health. Yes, there's a... Although that would give me fertility and health. Which I could do with right now. Can't change focus until 1266. Okay. Fine, I'm going to be stuck with this nonsense. Choose a warhorse. Don't want to convert religion. Let's perform a sky burial. I'll also hold a nail. Can't hold war games, mind you. And vassals will think I'm merciful. It's probably worth it for now. Do need that kind of thing. Who the hell are you? Don't know, but you're land. Weak land, but that means it's land I can give out without too much risk. So I might go and conquer that. Let's see if its succession holds. Bishop Arpad is in the right. No. Oh, I'm diligent. Excellent. Amateur steward, I don't really care about doing that. Alright. And there's a seducer from prison. Wonderful. Must resist a strong thing of trying to settle. Declare wars and then one by one, that'll be a bit messy. Fighting. Another Catholic revolt. Oh, it's annoying that petty little revolt stuff, which doesn't really matter, is going to hold off the Neill. Means I probably can't. Although the revolt risk is actually quite low on most of these places. I'll just try the Neill again afterwards anyway. Speaking of holdings. Speeders. Heavy cavalry assault is what I think it's all about. Yes, yes, yes. And then troops will tick around there. Not actually conquer Quasi-historical land. When it's written war, I can pillage without worrying about accidentally clicking on a settling button. There we go, another set of rebels. Could usurp a great number of rather pointless titles if I really wanted. Ah, more pillaging. This remains amazing to me that I am somehow capable of pillaging all this land in one go. Doesn't seem that I require any troops to pillage. I can just pillage at will. In fact, there are no troops in these places except because the garrison's on nil. Wow. Pillaging with a thought. That might be a way of balancing it slightly if you had to have troops. Oh, and Jihad. Well, it's good to know everyone hates the Khan. Right. Take Abbasid land fast as possible. I do want to do a game at some point as I try and be a Muslim caliph nomad, because I think that'd be a lot of fun. You can keep even your Iqtar vassals in line by being caliph. Plus, of course, you won't have to worry about decadence, which is always good. You can stay there. Actually, no, I might as well just try and keep my vassals happy. No. There are a lot of them now. Bonkers. Amount of Catholic rebels, so I'm sure I must have exterminated the population of Hungary by now, both in my pillaging and in my killing of all their troops they keep raising, and yes, the initial actual Great Holy War. 2nd of August. Let's see what happens with this. Although are they crossing to come to me? Might mean they cross the river? Yes, I'll let them come to me. Ugh. Don't really want to cross a river to get to them. Hopefully they'll be tempted to come to me because I have a larger stack. And they'll hopefully just march over the mountains. Well, either way, just go and crush them much cheaper because it's quite small right now. To get some better commanders. You get some much better commanders. This are my old, fantastic ones. Sure, I just replaced those. Oh well. Much better martial scores than I used to have. Used to have 30 and 21, and now I'm down to highs of 15 and 17. Losing quite a lot of troops. Is that not my... That was evidently some of the event troops, rather than my proper... Hordes. Where are my proper... I've got that one. I have lost a lot, I suppose. All my old event troops are dying. I should rely more on my proper heavy cavalries. Oops, that was the wrong button. Good old heavy cavalry. March them down as well. Ugh. And the Shah of the Crusader, then. Fine. Not going smoothly with my less than perfect battle tactics here. Hopefully this combined army should make short work of them. When I say my combined army, I mean my actual horde army. Wow, they're sieging stuff down quite quickly. My hand is actually growing tired from all this page clicking. It's not as if I've done anything terribly fantastical. It's just the natural result of winning a crusade. If I'd had to do some real gaminess to have won all this land, that'd be one thing. But I've been deliberately ungaming. Some would even say poor at strategy in this bit. So it seems excessive that I'm suffering under such constraints. Alright, let's try and get these Abbasids down. Come on. This mighty army should hopefully fare better. Bit more pillaging. Right. I should hopefully undo some of the shame of that previous massive war score battle. Where's Gurgen? Oh, it's there. Not as much as I'd have liked. Pity. Try and seize this down so at least it's doing something. Right, off to defeat these troops. The Chancellor died. Ooh, wonderful, beautiful technology. 3rd of June, 9th of May. But a feeling that this may be a bit of a whack-a-mole game against this Jihad. But at least I have another army on its way. Ha! My faithful clansmen are coming to assist me. Another Hungarian revolt crushed. Catholic Hungarian revolt, of course. Like, speaking of, let's try and convert them to Tengri a little. Ooh, and more technology points. Yes, more cavalry tech. I think that's definitely in order. And I've become a paragon of virtue. Wonderful. I am now the holy. Just what I always wanted. They're going to be able to besiege these down quite quickly by the looks of it. Not even pillaging those. Oh, actually no. Probably is the ones that are pillaging that they're able to get down so quickly. Now, I'm tempted to split this army in two, but I'm also slightly reluctant to, given that great things are coming, but I suppose that army will suffice. Valiant clan is doing a good job there. Excellent. Hopefully I can just pillage the thing quickly. And I'm not able to besiege it so quickly anymore. Another raving mob of Catholic infidels. Another few raving mobs of Catholic infidels, in fact. Quite a number of them. That's a son of sorts. My nephew. Good for him. Oof. Good job I'm not too worried by these Catholic infidels. Or it could pose a real problem for me. I really need to get a keyboard shortcut for doing this. I'm sure the keyboard shortcuts mod will add such a thing soon. Or one would hope. It's a nice cha-chink noise when I'm doing it though, at least. Stocking up that gold nicely. And there's not many more heavy cavalry I can get, so I won't bother just now. We'll put quite the army on this though, just to be sure. I'm marching into mountains, but I feel reasonably confident. As soon as he gets into more of those. Yes, there we go. Pushed quite soundly. things to get money from. It's always nice. Lost control of homers and ban. Yeah, that's those two. Cool. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the point where I have standing control of the whole lot of Persia bonuses. Just because they're so easy to besiege down. However, get them. Positive war score is much better to see. Much better to see. Cost, taxes, populations. Heavy cavalry defense is actually not too bad. Let's get some of that. I should be able to take that down quite nicely as well. Oops. Yes, yes, yes. Get on with it. Oh, I'm ambitious. Well, that's good. Maybe this stewardship focus is paying off for now. Sure, why not? What goes it here? Looks reasonably successful. Good, good. Another daughter. Not quite what I want, but and another round of pillaging. It does seem a bit odd, actually. I've been thinking about it generally, and also in conjunction with the Game of Thrones mod, that the features of this expansion do very much require it. I think they've been conscious that they've been giving too much for free recent patches, but it is a shame that mods, for instance, like Game of Thrones, cannot take advantage of even AI characters having the nomad this expansion, and partly also presuming they've done it because otherwise playing a nomad would be impossible. But maybe a way to have done it, or a way that hopefully they will do it to allow people like Game of Thrones mod to make use of this DLC, is that things only get converted to nomadic after the game starts. So that if you select a nomad character, it will play as tribal, unless you have the DLC. But I imagine it would be quite complicated for them to set up. I think it would be worth it though, just to make sure AI characters are being nomads and to allow, as I said, to allow modders to take advantage of the features. Wonderful. Oh, and this one too is ill. Don't tell me I have to send out my half-brother to be a mercenary. Useless, there he is. Typical. Right, I'm going to split that army now. Just Need the versatility. We can unfortunately not join your wars at this time. That sounds like rubbish. As predicted, these sieges are just going on endlessly. Now, I could probably help it by not pillaging as much, but I think it's also a bit late to do it. Let's do it, eh? Actually, this character doesn't have a history of adventuring and mercenarying. It's a bit of a pain. Bonus would be quite nice for that. Despite being an adventurer. Oh good, they've spawned on top of me. Another round of pillaging. Ooh, we're slowly starting to destroy those holdings. Progress is always good. In fact, I can just imagine that as being the cry of the techno-nomads. Progress, where progress is defined as destruction and pillaging. That sounds like a great name for a peculiar kind of band, the techno-nomads. Battle. So I'm actually starting to gain a bit of ticking war score for controlling Persia. Don't know how long that's going to last. I'm going to do my best. Try and keep it that way. Besieging stuff in the meantime. And I'm no longer ill. Good. Movement speed is tempting. Although horse speed is more defensive on those lovely heavy cavalry certainly can't hurt. Plus the possibility of more pop gain. Content mercenary I do find a bit weird with gluttonous and wrath. Ugh. I think I've said before, but it's a pity you can't force members of a war to just leave it if you take their holdings or capture them or something in battle. Is there anyone I can actually still take off these days? Yes, there are still lots of people. Let's go do that then. 21, 25, 24... 18, 18... Well, I'm still quite behind actually in tech. Despite all this work on destruction. Let a peasant revolt deal with them. I still control Persia for a bit longer, which is nice. That Abbasid... No, it's not Abbasid revolt. What are they? Can I own another trade post yet? No. So most of the trades funneling in this way. Which means I'm in theory gaining bonuses from it. So that increases the tax, which isn't terribly useful, but never mind. 37 trade income, something. My balance at the moment is quite badly in the red. It's a good job of making a lot of money from my pillaging, destruction, and all around goodness. more Catholic rebels. Wow. They don't get tired of rebelling against the massively overwhelming horse. But I'm just. Apparently stewardship does have its uses. Amused that Constantinople and Thrace generally hasn't rebelled just yet. But never mind. Approaching nearly halfway on this war score. You know, I have a feeling, based on the current version of things, that this will probably be my last episode of the series. I think next steps would obviously be to continue it and to conquer the steppes and the Russia and so on, but I think I've given quite a good flavour of what nomads like. Bits of how to play it well, bits of how to play it poorly. And I think I'm still reasonably proud of what I've achieved in terms of that crusade for Hungary, resisting this jihad once I do it, being a Mongol horde, absorbing clans, splitting clans, being lovely to all my vassals, beacon of friendliness, that kind of thing. But I hope you are continuing to enjoy. I think the whack-a-mole element, I think, of this pillaging is definitely one of the least interesting bits. It's a pity the peasants don't sort of bunch up before they rebel. There's just a series of very small rebellions, none of which is terribly dangerous, especially with my exceedingly powerful, cheaply reinforcing army that I have. Makes it somewhat of a odd experience. I think Mongols themselves are implemented really nicely. I think they're quite imbalanced at the moment, as they are, as such things often are when they're first introduced. There's a lot of potential to it. Where are they going? Well, they're not going to Persia, so that's the important thing. And I think this kind of screening clan thing, I think, would be a good template for lots of things, really. Oh, good. Oh, and I've got a little rebellion there. You can have fun. Have fun, that's what I can say. Though they're Catholics. That would be... Oh, of course, Latin Empire. Obviously. In fact, where are my... There must be some kind of levy I can raise there. Nope, never mind. Because I think, as I said, this kind of screen is interesting. I think it's was a good template for other kinds of government types and systems. Nice to see it expanded upon. I think the concept of tying things like sentiment separately to the individual character are also quite nice. I think things like CK2 Plus and the Game of Thrones mod use a system of sort of faction sentiment. So rather than having lots and lots of little factions for this war, this law and that law, this person being controlled and so forth, and for independence and for titles and so forth, they use a system whereby there's a tradition faction, a tradition faction, prosperity faction, court faction, and something else I can't remember, which basically translates to the 3 estates. and then they each have sort of different agendas, different priorities. They're made happy by certain things and unhappy by certain things. Like court faction likes being councillors, tradition faction likes, if you're Catholic, likes papal investiture, that kind of thing. And I think that kind of thing will be represented really nicely with fan sentiment, because the numbers are right there. So I think it's a good blueprint for lots of things could go. Almost seems redundant, but it would be nice if nobles did have, if sort of feudal vassals had their own kind of screen like this to represent some particular facets to them. I don't know, but that might equally just be having interesting things just because that's my heir. Wow. Okay. He's homosexual. Arbitrary. Not very good. Daughters. Ugh. Well, on that positive note, I have just won the Son of Jihad against the Muslim faithful. And as hinted, this will be the last episode of the series. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the world before I leave. England has taken Southern Wales and West Wales. Brittany remains a king. The Holy Roman Empire has apparently won a crusade for Aragon at some point along the way, presumably? Or no, it's just conquered as a claimant by the von Hohenstaufens. The Almohads still control North Africa. Mali, tribal Mali has formed. Abyssinia is doing strong. The Ayyubids are doing strong. There's actually Salah, no, there we go. Yusuf ibn Ayyub Salah al-Din. And Delhi remains an empire. Turkish one. And obviously there's the Mongol Empire. Don't care about that one. I hope you'll tune in to another episode of something at some point. The ongoing Dawn of War 2 Chaos Rising run that I'm doing with the Bastard remains a lot of fun, to those of you interested in that sort of thing. And I'll have a think about what kind of Crusader Kings 2 games to do next. I'm thinking either a more roleplay thing, where I roleplay the characters, or maybe a Game of Thrones mod one, or something like that. Hope you've enjoyed your time, and don't forget, murdering people is a lot of fun, but try to keep in game. Bye everyone.